Hi folks, Carlton from the Pharmacy Seeds Network. January 28th, 2020. Just watched a video from the Green Dream Project today. Apparently their county is trying to change their zoning laws and tighten things down a bit. And I usually stay away from anything even related to politics or government. Just not an area I usually like to go in. I like to try to stay in a positive direction from my perspective. But this is something that's been bugging me for a long time. I see zoning laws expanding and expanding and expanding. And it's come to the point in our area here in New York State, especially in Dutchess County, where you can't do anything without getting a zoning permit. My dad had his roof redone 2 years ago, reshingled. That's all, reshingled. And he had to get a $100 building permit to do it. And he's paying a pretty exorbitant amount of money in taxes. And then on top of that, he's got to pay a building permit anytime he wants to do anything else with it. And I know the Green Dream Project, those guys have a, I don't know if they started the petition or someone else did, but they have a petition going to help keep their zoning laws more open in their county. And I'm going to put a link to their video, and I'm going to put a link to their petition. I think one of the wonderful things about the internet is we have the ability to form our own communities outside of normal old ways of doing things, I guess. You know, used to get together a community in a local area and that sort of thing. But now we have the ability with the World Wide Web and the internet and YouTube and all these other platforms that we're able to form communities worldwide all around similar topics or similar interests. And I think one of the things that we need to do as people of this planet to protect our own sovereignty and to protect our own rights is band together and help others defend their rights in their areas. And like one way you can do that is to go sign that petition and support keeping their zoning laws open in Cochise County, Arizona. And I know that seems like a long ways away. It's certainly a long ways away from me here in New York, but I felt obligated to support what they're doing and to support that message. It seems like more and more laws get added to the books every year, and I don't know if those laws necessarily serve the people most of the time, and I find it kind of frustrating. I was hoping to to have a more cohesive thought on this whole thing for this video, but I really just wanted to bring your attention to this, and that one way we can help change things is by banding together through the internet and through YouTube and signing each other's petitions to maintain open laws and to reduce this zoning attack on things. It's almost an attack. I mean, it's not an attack, but it continues to restrict what you can do with your own land, and at a point, you know, it gets ridiculous. I know there was one job when I worked for a professional engineer and land surveyor down in a town in northern Dutchess County, where literally people came to a zoning meeting to protest the color of the flowers that the person wanted to have landscaped on their house. They had bought the property, they had paid the engineering fees, they paid the surveying fees, they paid the taxes, they paid exorbitant money for engineering, for surveying, for stakeout, they paid exorbitant money for foundations and building their house, and as they went to implement the landscaping stuff, somebody didn't like the color of the flowers. No, we don't want red, only blue flowers are allowed, kind of thing. And I just was appalled that that was even considered an issue. And I feel like a lot of times that these laws end up splitting communities apart, arguing over trivial things, much like a lot of the politics I see today. I see the red team and the blue team arguing over things, and I'm not sure either of those teams really serves the people. You know, people are very team-oriented, and I know as humans, we evolved from tribal groups of, you know, 150 to 200 people or so. And so we have that tribal mentality ingrained in us. But I think it makes sense to step back and be objective and consider, how does this really affect me long term? Do I really need to be arguing over trivial things. Maybe there's something more important I could be doing with my time and energy. Hope this message finds you well. I hope you'll go over and check out the Green Dream Project's video. Like I said, I'll put a link below for that. I'll also put a link to their petition, and I hope you'll support the overall community for the greater good. That said, that's all. Thanks for watching the Pharmacy Seeds Network.